Hello and welcome back to another tutorial for Mixed Media Craft O'Clock. My name is Aditi and I'm here to inspire you all with another project using the new Autumn Moods collection from Friends and Craft O'Clock. I particularly love autumn as a season and I enjoy the kind of colors and the elements that have been put together in this particular collection. I'm going to quickly flip through and show you the designs of the pattern papers in the big 12-inch paper pack. Apart from the 12-inch paper pack, I will also be using the Autumn Moods extra set, which comes with amazing elements that can be fussy cut and used for projects. So here's a look at some of the elements that come in this collection. For my project today, I decided to alter this MDF Acorn that I have and create a nice autumn home decor piece using the fabulous Autumn Moods collection and some mixed media layers. For the background, I have chosen two pieces of pattern paper from the collection. So this particular pattern for the larger piece here and this pattern for the smaller piece. And now what I'm going to do is trace them onto the paper, cut them and be back. So that's a look at the paper pieces that I've cut out. And what I'm going to do is just adhere them on my MDF base with some glue. That's a look at both my pieces with paper adhered on them, and this particular piece will go on top of this. And before I apply any texture or mediums or even glue this down, what I'm going to do is just trace this on my base so I know where this comes and I don't apply too much texture underneath there. So that way I have a tracing of where this piece goes, and now I can work all around and later just glue this piece down where I want it to be. Next, it's important to prime my paper before I add further mediums, and for that I'm just going to be using clear gesso and give a nice coat of clear gesso on both these pieces. For my next step, I want to add a little texture on my background, and I decided it would be a good idea to use a stamp. So I'm going to use this particular stamp and heat emboss it at various places on both the background pieces here, just to get some more texture, to get a little depth, and to go with the theme of autumn and fall, to add a few more elements. Now what I would like is, when I complete it, to have a little cluster, like my entire focal composition to be around here, and to balance that a little bit on this side. So I'm going to be stamping on this piece particularly over here, and on this piece on this side, which is moving from the left to the right. I will be using gold embossing powder for this particular embossing, just to complement my entire piece. That's a look at the beautiful embossing texture that I have in the background. And since my pieces of paper are already rich with color, I don't want to add too much color. So all I'm going to do is add a little splatter of the same shades. And so what I have here is a brown, a green, and a golden yellow. And I will just use these three colors and add a little splatter, a little touches of the color just here around gently. So that's a look at it with a little color. I added some white splatter while I was at it. Yes, definitely I will be adding white splatter later on as well. But it's always a good idea to add it when these colors are drying and gives a nice first layer of pop. So I really love how it looks so far. Okay, now with that dry, I just want to use a brown and a green permanent ink and add a little script stamping on my background. Next, I am going to distress the edges with a nice dark brown to bring depth to this entire piece. You can see instantly by just distressing the edges how much depth it brings to the entire piece, bringing attention to all the light areas. And now with all my texture down in place, with my background complete, all I need to do is glue these two pieces down. I'm going to set this aside and let the two pieces nicely adhere with each other. And meanwhile, what I will do is just fussy cut some elements out from the extra set that I can use for my focal layering. So I am back with all the fussy cut elements from the extra set. And apart from that, I also have some resin cast elements here, which I think will go very well with this theme. And all I've done is painted them with acrylic paint and added some wax. And all we have to now do is arrange our elements, glue them down, and create a beautiful composition. And that's a look at the completed piece. So after layering the elements, I also just added a few flowers and just a sentiment from the Craft O'Clock chipboard quotes. And of course, nothing like glitter. So I just used some glitter powder to add touches so that it just creates more bling. So that's a closer look at the gorgeous layers, the details of this altered acorn with the theme of autumn in mind. I really hope that you've enjoyed this particular tutorial today, And until the next time, take care and bye bye.